morning, everybody. My name is Maria Leggett, and I'm coming live to you from Dayton, Ohio. I want to say happy Thanksgiving Eve to all of those in the U.S. who celebrate Thanksgiving. And to the rest of you, I hope you are having an amazing evening, even though it's not Thanksgiving for you. So, right now, I want to take a moment to give thanks and honor all of the indigenous tribes who have inhabited the area where I live in Ohio right now. And those are the Osage tribes, the Miamia, the Shawan-Basatula, the Kaskiaska, the Hopewell, and the Adena Indians who all lived here on this land and took very good care of it. And I just want to honor them and say thank you to them for everything that they have done. So I also want to talk about some amazing Black Friday sales I have going on my website. If you go to marialeggett.com, which you can see right here, it has all of my Black Friday sales. So all of my courses that are under $200 right now are on sale in one huge bundle for $199. So for the price of one course, you get all of them. And so that's going to include intuitive tarot, which it's so detailed. You literally could start your own part-time or full-time business being a tarot reader if you're interested in doing that. Even if you just want to read for yourself, it's such a thorough course. We also have introduction to clairvoyance, and there is meeting your spirit guides. So there are 5 different classes for meeting your spirit guides, and we have there are elementals and ancestors and angels and deities and all of that. So I would love to have each and every one of you go to my site, marialeggett.com, and sign up for this beautiful bundle. It's only on sale between now and Sunday evening for $199, and it includes 14 courses, including 7 brand new courses that I am releasing for the chakras to do a deep dive, to go down in, find the trauma, and release it privately in your own home without having to deal with anyone else. And I'm also taking on 3 new spiritual mentoring clients, and all of that is available on my website, marialeggett.com. So thank you, Carla, for coming on to the show tonight. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much. How may I be of service to you this evening?
I was wondering if you could possibly um, connect with my late husband who passed almost 20 months ago, um,
Mm-hmm.
or any spirit, anyone that a family member maybe, or but particularly him. Um, you just give this
Absolutely.
curiosity.
Do you have any
What
specific
is he
questions that you
doing?
would like to ask him?
Ask him what he's doing. I miss them so bad. I'm like, I'm just wondering, do they still have the lives that they had down here? Is he golfing? Is he enjoying his family? What is he doing? That's just,
The the first
I
thing
just
the
want to
first
hear
thing he says
from him.
to me the first thing he says to me is that he wants you to know that he can breathe easy. He takes me way deep into the chest, being able to just breathe easy, a full breath and release it. He's able to relax. It's funny, he shows me one white hand. And so whenever I see one white hand, that definitely is an indication of golfing, because they're out there, they have the glove on their hands usually, and so one of them is usually wider than the other. And
Hmm.
he is talking about being at peace and being at ease and just feeling no discomfort at all. Um, he says that he is watching over preparations for the household. Things are getting ready. I don't know why this is important, but he's showing me like clean sheets, bed linens, like freshening up the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I want to go meet him, but I hope it's not too soon. I'm just wondering,
no, he says, take your time, take your time. He wants you to know that he misses you too. And what he misses the most is just being able to sit next to each other and hold hands. He says it's not the huge, big things that he misses it's just the small stuff that he misses the most, right? Being able to have conversations and chat about mundane things and chatting about all of the deep things and just enjoying time together. Um, he shows it to me as though not only were you married, but you were actually friends and connected very well on a friends level, that you could talk about anything and share information on things. Do you understand this?
I do. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
we had a very lengthy marriage, 40 years, and we met each other in high school, actually. So, yeah, I mean, we my best friend for sure. Yeah.
I I love that. Because one of the things that I try to do is I try to ask them, when was the last time you were around them? And the interesting thing is I feel like this is a given just because it's the holiday. But he talks to me about you going to the store and picking out a turkey and not getting one that's like super big. It was like you tried to get the big one and then he takes me into a smaller one. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
says that he enjoys being able to go shopping with you still, just in a different form, and being able to
Okay.
walk through the market with you and do all the different things.
Well, yeah, I know I feel his presence, and I felt it more in the first year, and now going into the second year, I'm not seeing as many signs or signals, and I'm very open to that. Um,
Yeah.
you know, that's what I miss. Um, but I was wondering, would you be able to tell me? This is probably a weird question, but has he and I shared more than one lifetime together?
Yes,
Would
he's
you
giving
know
me the
that?
number 3. Yeah, he's giving me the number 3.
3?
You've had 3, yeah, 3 lives together. Um,
Wow.
he says he's showing me that one of them would have been in the 1800s, and interestingly enough, one of them would have been in the 1500s. And they're spaced far enough apart because there were lessons that you had to learn in between so that you could come back together. And he shows it to me that in this lifetime, you actually stayed together for the full length of a lifetime rather than in the prior lives where one of you had passed away first. And so in this time, it was time for you guys to actually spend a lengthy amount of time together. He talks to me about very early in your marriage, there was a fear for you on what if you leave me? What if you pass away? What if something happens? And he talks to me about it being an almost like an irrational fear that you guys had to work through, and that comes from a prior life. Does that make sense?
Mhm. A lot of insecurity. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. And
interesting.
so it doesn't come so much from insecurity as in the things that happened in this life, but coming from a prior life for please don't leave me. And in the second life that you guys were together, you were father and daughter, except the roles were reversed. You were the father and he was the daughter. And he actually passed away, and that's why you carried the fear. So the younger daughter passed away, and it's not natural for parents to have to bury their children. And so, because of that, you carried this fear for, I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to leave. And interestingly enough, he's telling me that that's one of the reasons why in this life that he did pass first, because it was a lesson that you needed to learn to understand that yes, you can stand on your own 2 feet without him. It's a choice and a preference that you lead it together. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, he really prepped me well. He, you know,
Yeah,
he gave me a hard time about a lot of things, like, I like saying things like, "I don't know what you're going to do about this one day." So
yeah,
I mean, his death, yeah, outside, I was blinded by his death because it it came quickly. It was just a few months that he got diagnosed with cancer and then he passed. But I don't know, it's very odd. I really think he was pretty young too. Actually, it's the sort of our retirement. And
Yeah.
I was just wondering if we ever spent like if we were ever old together in another lifetime. Because I'm thinking, I had always pictured us growing old together, and it didn't happen. It's
He is
odd.
showing me that this is the lifetime that you've been the longest amount together.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
so the big lesson for this one was, which is why he was so insistent on preparing you for, you need to make sure that you know how to pay all the bills. You need to make sure that you need to understand what to do if
Yeah.
the refrigerator breaks. You need to know what to do if
Right.
the car doesn't run right, if you can't get it started. So he wanted to make sure that you had all of the contacts and all of the things that you needed so that you felt
Hmm.
comfortable when it was time for him to go, because that was the lesson that you needed in this lifetime, was to know I am an independent soul and I can do this. I just choose to do it with you. And he says, he's like patting himself on the back. He's so proud of himself because you're doing a great job. And he wants you to know that.
No, I just tell him he needs to come visit me more often. Well, let me know
He
he's
says,
around.
he says he just wants you to set it in your mind for him to come and visit you in dream time, and he will take care of that. Thank you so much, Carla, for being on the show. I appreciate you very much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday.
You too. Thank you so much. It's a great reading.
Oh,
Bye
thank
bye.
you. Bye bye. And for everybody who's still watching, do not forget my beautiful Black Friday special. Go to marialeggett.com and sign up for all the things. We have mentoring places that are open. So I have 3 one-on-one spiritual mentoring ships open. You can do a package of 5 or a package of 10, and you get them 33% off. I only do this once a year. And we have Voxer mentoring, where you can download the Voxer app if you don't want to do the bigger package. And that's a 3-month subscription. You get the first month for free, and you just pay for the next 2 months. And that's where you can talk to me as many times a day as you want, leave messages, I respond, and we work through all of the things. And don't forget the beautiful whole evergreen digital courses that are out there for you. 14 beautiful courses, all on sale for $199. Thank you so much to all of you. I appreciate you. Head over to marialeggett.com and sign up for yours now. Have a wonderful holiday. Thank you.